Okay, we are going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for coming to this class today. The class is about preparing for your business blessing. I'm just going to check the room one more time. Okay, we are going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for coming to this class today. The class is about preparing for your business blessing. I'm just going to check the room one more time. Okay, we are going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for. Okay, sorry about that feedback. So, first, I want to share with you why I decided to do this class. So, I was in inspirational class one morning with JR Real, and he asked the question, if you woke up tomorrow and you were viral, would you be ready? And most people was putting yes, 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 yes. And it made me pause for a moment. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm not ready. Like, who gonna make all these shirts? Who gonna make all these crafts? So I decided to do a scorecard for my business. And as I was doing research I knew I wasn't ready. I was doing research to figure out how to get ready. I was thinking like some other entrepreneurs could use the same thing. So I created this class. Of course, the class is absolutely free. There is a workbook to go with the class. My husband Darren is online. He will drop a link to my stand store. If you would like to purchase the workbook, it's $10. It is not required. If you've not purchased in the workbook, please have your pen and paper out because this is gonna be a working class. We'll actually do some work today. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and get started. If you do purchase it, it's an instant download, so you would be able to use it today during the class. Okay, so with a business, before you can fix anything, you need to know exactly what you're working with. So in the workbook, there is a place for a product list. And if you don't have the workbook, then just, write down like your products that you use, the products that you offer, what you need to make it. So that is one thing that you need to know because you have to know your business. You have to know all the things that you need. You have to have them written down. I know you know in your head, but it's very important to have these things written down so that you will know how many supplies you need, where you're getting them from, your vendors list, all that good stuff. So we'll go over that. So think about your most popular product that you bake. And this, I do crafts, t-shirts, but this could go for any business. So what's the most popular product that you offer? So I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds just to write down the most popular product that you offer. Give yourself a chance to think about that. Now think about how long does it take you to make that product? Now, how many of those can you make in a day? Whatever you wrote down, how many can you make in a day? Now multiply that by 5. Would anyone like to share that number in the chat? Okay. I need y'all to talk back to me. Yeah, we need some activity in the chat, or you can come off mute and say, because we have a few enough people that we can make this class a little bit personal. So think about that number. Raise your hand if you would like to share that number with us. Okay. Thank you, Latoya. Latoya said 250. That's a big number. That's a lot, right? So next we're going to talk about fulfilling your orders. So for supplier question, if your main supplier was out of stock right now and you needed these items tomorrow, what would you do? Do you have an answer? Do you have a backup supplier? Do you have more than one supplier or vendor that you can go get that material from, or whatever you're using for whatever product you're making? Do you keep any of that in stock for emergencies? These are some of the questions that you need to ask yourself when preparing for your blessing, because we're asking for more orders, we're asking for more business, but are we prepared? I was not. So you don't particularly need a warehouse for this, but with inventory, you do need backup inventory if something goes wrong. For example, with shirts, I could easily mess up a shirt, mispress it. Even things like if you're making a fan or something, you could easily break a handle, misprint on some paper, and you need that specific paper. So you don't necessarily have to have a warehouse to fulfill these orders, but you do need to have a backup. So usually with shirts, I order 2 to 3 extra shirts, even 2 to 3 extra shirts per size, so that I'll have them. Okay, we're going to continue with talking about fulfilling these orders. So can somebody tell me if you have more than one vendor in place? Do you have a backup person that can come help you if you create things by if you make handmade items? Do you have someone that you can call? Have you ever oversold an item or accepted more than you can handle? And then you're in a bind and you don't know what to do. I will share one of my stories. So when I first started, actually, I made a lady a birthday shirt. She would always come to me she got onesies or twosies, so she would come to me for a shirt. And so I was making her shirts, and she was going to this conference, and she called me and said, "Hey, I'm going to this conference," and the person that was doing the shirts, the bags actually for the conference, the deal fell through. And so I told them that my person could make them. And so I was like, cool, how many do you need? She said they needed 700 bags. Now I had one machine, one, and it was just me and my husband. So we decided we was going to accept the order, but we like knew what we were in for. So, and they needed it like the next day. He said he needed at least half. So that's at least 350 by the morning. And it was around 12 noon when they told us. So we were up the entire night making bags. I was delirious. Like I think I was taking like 10-minute naps just like to get a break. And my husband was a trooper. He was pushing them through. He would say, "Listen, we only got like 150 left." And I'm just like, "That don't make me feel no better. There's still 150 bags that we gotta do." So that's we got through it, we pushed through it, we made it. But that's an example of like Listen, we only want, we wanted two people. So it would have been nice at that point if we had have had someone else to call, a couple more people. And it don't have to be someone just laying around out of a job, just waiting for you to call them, right? It could be a friend that you know that knows how to craft, that you kind of trust, that they're gonna do a great job. They could just come over that night. Hey friend, what you doing? You got 2 hours, 3 hours or whatever, even if they gotta go work next morning. Hey, they can come over and back you up. So that's another thing that I wrote down. Who do I have with me, around me, that could come over? Um, and so I started to go through my phone when I was doing this, like, okay, who can I call? Even if they don't know how to craft, like who can I call that can come over and just help with certain things that you can just do a quick, rundown, like this is what needs to be done, this is what's going to happen. Another example was I was my cousin, I was doing that family reunion and they came up like needing more bags and shirts at the same time. And so I was like, I'm one person, I cannot produce that many. But if you guys want to come over and help, we can do it together. If you can come over and help with the labor, then I can still get it for you. And they did. And so they're not crafting people, but I did a quick training. So we had one person prepping the bags and the shirts, one person on the heat press, showed them how to line it up. We knocked it out. So it went from just me to two more people. Even like with my husband, sometimes I get him to bag or unbag, or take the tape off or something if I'm doing sublimation printing. It's so many options out there that you can grab people to help you. So next, we're going to talk about policies. Are your policies in place? So think about if you have a website or if you don't have a website, you still need to have policies. I know a lot of people cringe when you say policies because it's a lot of words, a lot of words, a lot of language that you got to put in place. Um, but sometimes your policies only live in your head. You have not written them down. It is not visible. It has to be somewhere where the customer can see it, or they don't know. Now, I know a policy almost sounds like a contract, but it doesn't have to sound that way. Your policies can be written in a language that's warm, that's welcoming. You're a Southern person like me, can be written in your language. It don't have to be like a contract. So, for example, one of my policies is if I make you a custom shirt and you decide you don't want it, no, you cannot return it. I can't say, oh, anybody that shirt but you, because your name is on it. Which it should be understandable, but you'll be surprised what people ask you for. And see, that doesn't sound like, a lawyer or anything. It's just, I can say it's just common sense, but sometimes my common sense is not other people's common sense. So you have to write these things down so that people will know and people will understand. Another example, what is your turnaround time? And where is that posted? Is it down at the bottom, written in small letters in the policy, and at the policy, like they got to go to the policy to read it, to read through all of this to find out when your turnaround time is, or is it on your invoice? Is it where the customer can see it? Is there a rush order fee? Because people call you and ask you for last minute items and you're running around trying to get it. You're up all night and you didn't charge a rush fee. And now you're frustrated and mad because you're tired, or you go to do something and because you're tired, you make a mistake and now you got to go back and buy some more material to remake it. That costs you money because you was tired, but that's what's included in a rush. So why not charge a rush order? I joke all the time about I need to change the name of my business to Last Minute Shirts because people be like, "Hey, can you drop a shirt off in the morning? What you got in the house? You can make me a shirt." And for a long time, I did not charge a rush fee, but I have started charging a rush fee because because if you say I can do a shirt for you tomorrow, sure I can do that because you want the business. Then you make the shirt, and if it's not perfect, then they're gonna complain when you was rushing and doing it. So charge for that frustration and that time of you having to get up when you had your feet up on the couch, spend time with your family, to go to the store to get the extra stuff to buy this. Is there a design fee? If so, how much? If there's no design fee, then how many changes can someone make? And like I said, I'm talking about crafting business, but whatever business you're in, relate this to your business. You know, if even if you are you work on cars, like what's your warranty when you fix the brakes? With, you know, you can apply this to any business that you're doing. What are your payment terms? What type of payments do you take? Because you told somebody you could do their shirt and now you go to deliver it, you didn't collect the money first, you get there and they only have a credit card to pay you with, and you only accept cash app. So yeah, discuss your payment options and look at your payment options, see if you can expand them. Listen, I don't discriminate, I take it all: cash, Venmo, cash app, uh all of them, Zelle, check. I take it all. I know you just accept the check. I know you kind of way to accept the check, but or you got to be a larger organization. But yeah, do a scorecard. We're gonna do a scorecard on your business to make sure you have these things in place. These things are so important. Your return and cancellation policies, what are those? If the person cancel on you and you're halfway through the shirt, what is your policy? Or you're halfway through making something, you're halfway through giving service, you building a website or doing a service for somebody, you're planning an event and they cancel their event. What's your policies? Like, how much work have you put into this? Do you require a deposit? Is that deposit refundable? All these things you need to think about to put things in place for your business so that it can expand and expand smoothly. Because customers will leave bad reviews when they're upset. If they're happy, sometimes they take the product and they're happy with it and they're like, thank you. And they may tell a friend, but they necessarily may not leave a review. So until they upset. Now, if they upset, they definitely gonna leave a review. So have these policies in place so there's a clear understanding before any money is exchanged. Your return policy is definitely important. And sometimes you need to go even deeper depending on what you're making, what you're creating, what you're selling, the services that you're creating. Because example, I had someone that wanted to well, they didn't. I've had people that's like, "Hey, I bought this shirt from you. Um, can I bring it by because this part over here is peeling up, and can you just repress it on the shirt or whatever?" And I look up the invoice and they had shirt for a year and a half. No, I don't know what you've done to that shirt. I do not know what you've done to that shirt. That, like, you know, could have put the iron on it, then melted it down. Yeah. So yeah, no. So you need to have those policies in place. You know, it's guaranteed for, you know, this, that, and the other, because now you're stuck with like, what am I going to do? Are you going to offer a discount, or are you going to put some credit on that account, or you just going to tell them no? I mean, because honestly, sometimes if you run a small business, you get I don't know. I feel like sometimes people think it should last forever because it's handmade. Because you're not gonna go back to Target and try to return a shirt or ask them to fix a shirt that you've had for a year or more. So why are they doing it to us? But they do. So you need to have these policies in place. Yes, yes, Sharon, the overnight thing. Yeah, that was whew, those overnight things are rough. When it's just you up and you're still going and you're like, ooh, sleep is calling my name. Let's see. And so for the payment, when I was talking about payment, there's so many options out here. Um, I use Shopify. And you know, Shopify, you can actually do the tap with your phone. Like there's a part that you can buy that they can take credit cards, but you can actually just hold your phone on the and use the point of sale in Shopify, and it takes the card. So the reason you want the other part in case you have to swipe a card. And you could, if you have, I use my iPad basically as a cash register. Go on the back end. Shopify has a lot of usable features. You just got to kind of get into it, do some research. Another policy is, do you tell the customer how to care for their product, for the product that you made? So if you sold them a tumbler or a shirt, do you say, is dishwasher safe? Is dryer safe for the shirt? Is the tumbler dishwasher safe? Uh, can you submerge it in water? Like if it has rhinestones on it, can you put it in the dishwasher? Because the first thing I'm gonna say is that, hey, you didn't tell me, so I want another one. You should have told me, because now I ruined a tumbler that I paid $50 for and I can't use it anymore. So make sure that you have those care, product care things in place too. You can say that things that are not covered, like, if your shirt peels in 30 days, then, if I replace it. But if you put the hot iron on it, it's not covered. If you put the hot iron on the design, it's not covered. If you, for shirts, you can say wash it inside out. And if you're using the workbook, there's a place to enter all these items that I'm talking about. Let's see. So as you're filling these things out, please be honest with yourselves. It's okay. Like my first score was really low, and it was like I did the policies the same day. You can use our friend chat. I love Claude. Claude is great. Claude AI to me does a better job with documents than Chat GPT. But Chat GPT, Claude, any of these AI things can really help you with your policy. You just got to, don't reinvent the wheel. Policies are out there. So AI can do the research for you and pull the information in. So if someone landed on your website right now, what would they see? What would people buy from you? What they know, what to expect if they bought from you? A customer who feels ignored will leave a review. So if they bought their shirt today, they expect it tomorrow, and you got 5 people in front of them, they don't know that you got 5 people in front of them. You have a policy that says it takes me, 5 to 7 days. You're within your policy. Make sure that's on the invoice and the receipt. So I definitely encourage you to make your turnaround times visible. And I also sometimes ask the customer, when do you need this? If they call me or I'm talking to them via chat or DM, I ask them, when do you need this? And even sometimes with that, they're like, okay, let's say they said they need it Saturday. Well, Thursday, they're like, hey, can I come get it? Well, you didn't need it to Saturday, so I was planning on finishing it Friday, but then they was planning on having it a day early. So yeah, make sure that these things are very clear. Even if they tell you like I need it Saturday, then will Friday be okay? I can drop it off then. Um, or if you're not leaving the evening, then I can meet you somewhere, or it'll be through the mail. It'll get there Saturday morning. Okay, so it's time to do some scoring. Let's see, we went over knowing your business. So the production capacity, we talked about those numbers, how many you can do in a day. And so you can actually set a production capacity on your website. I put some links in that workbook. I'm gonna send you guys, those who purchased it, I'm gonna send you a upgraded copy because I want to update some links in there on production capacity. So you could set that on your website. So let's say my production capacity for the week is 100 shirts. Then after 100, it'll say like pre-order or back order, or it will let you know that it'll let the customer know that, hey, yes, you're ordering this, but your ordering is back order, or it's going to be an extended period of time. However you want to set it up, but you can set up your production capacities on your website. And I know Shopify does it. I believe Wix does it. And I'm going to look up the rest. That's why I want to send an updated, for those who purchased the workbook, I will send an updated link because I want to check some other places too, to make sure you have that information. Yes, you want to scale it. You want to put a cap on it, on your order cap, to make sure that you can handle what's coming, because you don't want anyone, like I said, you don't want any customers to be disappointed. We've went over the policies. They protect you. Your turnaround time, your rush order fees, your design fees, quality guarantee, your window and what's covered, returns and cancellations, make it warm, clear, firm, written in your voice. Doesn't have to be like a legal document. It could be in normal language. Okay, so in the workbook, there is a test that you can take to know your readiness score. If you do not have the workbook, I have the categories displayed on the screen. Production, supplies, fulfillment, policies, and the customer experience are the categories. And so you're gonna choose yes, no, or in progress for your business, to score your business. So is there anyone, I know you guys may be out and about, but is there anyone that is available to do the score right now? Just give me a yes or no in the chat. Is there anyone that's available to write this down and do this and do your score now, willing to share? Okay, guys, I need some responses in the chat, because if you're working, we're gonna pause for a minute to allow you to work so that I can work with you on this. But if you're out and about, okay, great. Latoya's working on that. Okay, so again, your categories, if you're out and about, are production, supply, policies, and customer experience. Are you ready? Yes, no, or in progress, according to what we just went over. So Latoya, whenever you're ready to share, you can take yourself off mute or enter it in the chat. So take your time, think about this, write this down. This is very, very important so that you can have an expandable business. If you have a website, can that website handle the traffic? If you don't have a website, can your order process handle this type of traffic that you're wanting for your business?
Hello.
Hi.
So, all right. So we answering for these 5 sections.
Right.
For production, it's just me. So I say in progress.
Okay.
Yeah. For supplies, I put no because the whenever I first started, I ordered a whole bunch of stuff, but it wasn't going out as fast. So I had to think of stuff to get rid of it. So now I order as orders come in. That's
Okay.
whenever I get my supplies. And then as far as fulfillment, I put a no on that because people be asking for the craziest things. And it's like that I don't do that. And policies, I don't have any policies written down, but I do make sure that whenever I fulfill my orders and I drop them off, I tell them, wash it like this, do it like this. This is, if something start happening, contact me, let me know. Um, and then experience. As far as t-shirts, yes. Some other stuff, just like right now, I'm figuring out how to do a different project already. Um, so experience, I put yes as far as t-shirts go because that's my main thing. So
Okay. Thank you for sharing. So let's go back to, um, okay. So production, you did the numbers and so you know pretty much how much you produce a day.
hmm
Okay, that's great. So we'll do you said in progress, so yes on that one.
yeah,
And then so your supplies, so even though you don't have a lot of supplies on hand, so let's say I order something, do you have several vendors that you can go and get that from?
I have 3.5 that I can order from or physically go to the store and get what I need.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna say that's a win, right? So, and that's for every single thing. So, uh, because you do t-shirts and what are some other things that you do?
We just gonna stick with t-shirts because I be playing around with other stuff whenever I do it. Really,
Okay. So t-shirts, so you need several places you can actually get the physical shirt from. And then you need several places that you can get the DTFs or the vinyl or whatever you're going to use, or rhinestones. Um, so yeah, so just make sure you got for each item that it takes for you to make the t-shirt, make sure that you have several vendors for those. And let's see. So fulfilling orders, do you have a list of people that you could call to help?
Right now, maybe, but I have to. I don't know what this y'all schedule is like, so I try not to take on more than I know I can handle because, like we said, people always order stuff last minute. Like I had a lady that wanted some button pins. She
Mhm.
contacted me yesterday. No, she contacted me Thursday morning before I was going to my regular job, but she needed them by Friday. And she stayed 2 hours away. I do deliver up to 2 hours away, and it's a $40 charge, no matter what, if I'm personally delivering, and that wasn't within their budget.
Oh yeah, people. So she
So
wanted 40. Ooh, yeah, that's a tough
she
one.
only wanted 10 pins, but she wanted them she needed them the very next day. And and once I said, yeah, for me to personally deliver them by at least by tomorrow by noon, it's a $40 flat rate charge for me to personally deliver because it can't go in the mail.
Oh yeah, because even the 1 day shipping wouldn't work
Yep.
unless you could do it by 5, like next
They
day 8.
needed them by 8 o'clock Friday night.
Yeah,
And this was Thursday morning. So yeah.
yeah, and I'm thinking about shipping. That's another thing too to think about, like, the 1 day, to be able to ship things in 1 day with UPS or something like that, the cost of that. So with your fulfillment, I would say, like, I know you don't know our schedules, but I have like a list. So when I did my scorecard, I made a list of people that said that they would be willing to come and help. And I know they're not saying like, okay, I'm just gonna take out my job and come help, but at least I have people that said like, yes, if I'm available, I'll be willing to come and help you. And so I have
Mm-hmm.
a list, or at least 5 people where I can just text and say, hey, I'm getting ready to take this order. Are you guys available to help? What would you charge me? Or, sometimes families like, hey, I just come help you anytime because I know that, that you're trying to build your business. And I got other people that, it's like, I know you can't pay me, just give me a love offering or whatever, but at least I got them, so I can text them. And so since we're in the group together, you can text, hey, can somebody come? Who's available? Can somebody come help me?
Right.
Uh, to do this. So once you make your list of backup people, then you can check that off as a yes. Um,
Got it.
and, and then your policies, it sounds like you do an awesome job with letting the customers know how to care. Um, but also let them know like upfront what your policies are.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, so what if I ordered a shirt or a tumbler and then you're like, hey, you can't put this in the dishwasher. I'm like, what? I don't hand wash dishes, man. Like, I wouldn't have ordered this if I had known that I gotta hand wash this thing every single time. I would have ordered something different. So it's just good to have your policies in place up front before they make that offer to buy, and also that your policy is also going to include your turnaround times, uh,
Mm-hmm.
how long it's going to take, things like that, before. So it sounds like you have the aftercare um, done. Just need some, initial policies.
Set in
So
stone
yeah.
policy. Yeah,
Mhm.
visible.
Yeah. Um, and then the customer experience is really just making things visible. Like they know upfront your expectations of them. They know when they're gonna get their stuff. There's no surprises. Um, when they're gonna get it or how it's gonna work. Just making it really smooth for the customer, so when I ship things with, Shopify automatically sends email to let them know what's been shipped. It has the tracking to go along with it. So that they're not wondering like, well, when is my stuff coming? Or did they ship it already? Or how long is it going to take? Things like that.
Right. I check stuff. I check it like I would if I had an Amazon package coming. So when I check it, I'm gonna tell you what I saw, just in case you ain't checked it. So we both gonna be sitting here looking at our phones.
But say as your business grow, you probably won't have time to track every single order like that. So you sent out 10
Right.
orders this week, you working on another order. So you depending on your systems to let the customer know, like, hey, this is on the way. And then if they do call, because some of you send the email, some people still gonna call, they're just gonna call or text and ask.
Yep.
But at least you got it there where you can pull up your orders, click that link, and send it to them and let them know. So thank you for coming on and sharing. So now we're gonna go into the action plan, because I want you guys to leave here with a plan of how to fix these things, put these things in place. So I fixed mine the same day because I'm an action person. Like I don't like to have a meeting and walk away from here and then I got all these notes. So I got this workbook and I ain't wrote nothing down. I ain't put nothing in action. So we're on the home stretch right now of the class. So this section right here is where everything changes. Don't look back 3 days later and be like, I still haven't done Wednesday. I still haven't done anything for my business, and my score for my business is still the same. So let's not let that happen today. So pinpoint something that you're gonna do to change your business score. One specific item. It doesn't have to be something that's gonna take weeks. Like what's something quick you can fix for your business, whether it is you can throw the policies that you have in chat and ask it, tell them about your business, tell it to come up with some policies and read through those, make those changes. We're talking about something that takes maybe an hour, which you're reading through it, you can get that done. Looking through your phone. Okay, I know this person. Hey, this is what I'm doing in my business. Can I just add you to my list to call to see if you can come help? Have that list of from 3 to 5 people that you can call. Like you can do that in 15 minutes to help your business. Like put something in place today to improve your business score with this scorecard so that your business continue to grow. Take something from this class, put it into action this week. Because if you're asking God for a blessing, it's like, don't be asking him for the floor mats to go in your car. You ain't got no license. You ain't got no car. We gonna do the floor mats. So let's put something in place. Something that you can change today within the next 3 days. For anybody that came in late, my husband can drop the Stand Store link in for the workbook. Again, I'm also going to ask him to drop my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, I haven't posted a lot this year, but there are some very helpful videos on making shirts and doing different things, including sublimation, that's on my YouTube channel. So go there, please subscribe and like. I'm also on Facebook. I forgot to send him that link, but I have a business page on Facebook, A God-Given Talent. If you could go there and just do a post or tag me in the post. My name is Terry Bates, owner of God Given Talent. Tag me on Facebook saying how you enjoyed the class. And I would also like to know if I covered some in this class that you have additional questions about. We're going to go into Q&A. Also, if you heard something that you would like for me to teach and go in a little bit deeper on, you can also put that in the chat. Any questions about today's class? Any comments? You guys are welcome to raise your hand or come on mute. I think we have, yeah. This is a perfect size class for me to be able to talk to everyone. No questions? Class was great from Sharon. Thank you so much. Anything you guys heard that you would like to hear more about? Because as I learn and grow my business, then I would like to help you grow as well. Like I said, I know some of you guys are out and about. So there is no questions. We will go ahead and end the class. Thank you all so much for attending. Thank my husband for his technology knowledge and backup. Thank Tanika for helping watch the chat. See y'all, this how y'all call in people. I called Tanika this morning and was like, hello, girl, I need you for my chat. I told her before, but I called her this morning to make sure she still had time to come out and help. So thank you guys. I appreciate your time as well. And I will see you next time.